Karibu sana tunyari gusanga se obwamo murobere no bwenyoni na mange sana na kwaregene iri ritko rya rero abasande ne mono by the way ekerenge kenene kyane ritko rya rero no gutkonyara gukwanera igoro yensemo yeri chiko na mange sana kurwa sensemo yino na sensemo ya magazeti ndoche ekikire ngane mwamu nensemo eyo yeri chiko na mange sana kwa Joan Kwamboka director Elvis neritonyari kubuka sobwamo no ari kurwa sensemo ende studio kwene kibuna chibichana marige nyari kugwikira senchira yo gwikirano ayo murigererio kisete vinkorenginga nae twabokira sobwamo na kikwabokire represent ensemo yao tatebinga kikwabokire na kia bantu barega bunga kia manganare maita manganara manga kendreta gokorekana imenesiko yorogongo rwagusi mebasa kona yechi parango chia yani amangi tutanyare gokwana to yakore baada abantu bagendrete guitana skogaiga myo kuminga yani ngaya abantu banyora chinguru cyo kunyara kuirobo moyo bwo monto botambe nage kureire uyo manyete nchibuna Joan Kwamboka na bara batebinga Joan yere ebintombiro biro byakani uno gwito mwana obande inkibono kiagera gwito muntu boli gwito muntu gwata chiranse gwatukuta yani amatuko nayo mwelio ko karibu sana mwancho murigerio KCTV nto chaka no gosaliri tko ryare ero neria Jumaine. I call it a blessing day. In fact nabura yano ene iboli turi tko rya Jumaine nchiranganje tko rya Jumaine, but anyway nakikwabokiro mwancho murigerio KCTV karibu sana kwa Joan Kwamboka kuna nakora koteba director Elvis nero kwa sensa maende ye studio ntu ambako nyoro kidogo kolende no trasobwamo rongo ebere na isane muna chia butokire igoro yechinse komene ebere chamambi umogeni one nere na kunyara gwikira na mambi mapema buna ritkuri igoro tuchikunyara gusanga turigereria nsemo ya magazeti kurubuna nago tebi turachikunyara kurigereria nsemo ya magazeti. Now let us check in abantu nakimwabokire watu wa pale Migori County dinade ichio maber good morning akimwabokire babo Dominic Omondi ko rusirare boda babo Enoch Mochere ku Rusebania boda nakimwabokire mambi ya lero karibu sana tunyari gusanga ase obwamo korwa ase county ya Siaya, county ya Homa Bay, county ya Kisumu idinade watu mmeamka vipi? Karibu sana tunyari gusanga sobwamo bedum waso kona gwe para noro kona kanete chinsemo chiria cha Kisumu director gakonya kondigire roboti oruruo waso kona gwe para ntuchikunyara kurigire chinkwana chiabanto banyari to gwe soki bakateba ngentere beyige yari kuminyoka assess pidiego esengencho ekere barengase boda mbatene nitwegeka ono arenge go cover barochenga arenge go cover chinsa chiribanyare to saliki batene nase umupaka oyego se ase oro bebe bono abachiteiga ekera go batekya gakaka arenge nsa karora kana kaminio okumera na neturagitebwa to omochere ya rusiria lya hero iguchikoira guchase guchikochi chikotumana ntere bambanyare to make it nate batini kuchakera na sad news korende watu wa Kisumu ichonade watu ambao wako hospitali pale good morning ko bwena muri nyasaye nare na inu ase ntochikunyara kugendera gukwanere nseme yukurende tungi watu wa Kericho watu wa Bomete yomune echamuge. Yes, karibu sana. Good morning akimwabokire watu wa Kakamega pale Bushere mmeamka vipi? Karibu sana somoroberio gwenyoni wakamba watindata wa Kikuyu aterere good morning mwensi na kimwabokire county ya Kisii ne county ya Nyamira karibu sana tunyari gusanga ase obwamo check munyari guswa somoroberio gwenyoni mambi ya bono abantu bonse kuru South Mugrango Bonchari Kitutu chache South Kitutu chache North Bomachoge chache Bomachoge borabu nyalibali chache nyalibali masaba bobasi good morning nakimwabokire abantu ba North Mugrango West Mugirango Kitutu masaba na borabu good morning nakimwabokire karibu sana tugendere gusanga ase obwamo nchina mange mbwate na bariganeirie ko timosuka anemo na sensemo yeri chiko na mange sana mbwate ritkoria rero nimbwate akaroboti geteiga gasinini tinkwane timari koni nchikonyara ko baerera amangana ega echigani chinkwana chomurai bwense korwa ekere asiriti kina nonyoro tomako 2017 ekere omo chief justice ngake yuarenge David Maraga akanyara gutuguterare obochori bo mwakoyo maigayo korari kwa Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta na William Ruto kochorwa asentunda ya kabere ekere yatuguterware kigambero kigachagati kika nullify election checho egatebanga null and void omo deputy president enga KU William Ruto nakwanete ntonyare kweguchinga kichiae omwaka 2022 ekere obochori bwanyarete gokorekana ensemo ya upinzani kabeke kina Supreme Court ekanyara ko side na William Ruto chinkwana njira kwanete ekera renge gotianigwa chinkwana njira kwanete agatiane gete gitangani asweta obisi ekera etu eswoderia akanyara goega hasi aba judge bali batano nomo batanyarite gotianigwa ngakeri ya serikali yaeta anda oburai bwa Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta chinkwana njiro omurai bwense William Ruto the current president anyarite gukwana ekere bachaka bona mangana aiga gocha ekera kora no gotiania abantu bali court ekanyara kunalify elections chiri agachaka kwana kari busunga tinkwana tia enchiro gocha asensemo yebigambiro ninchikunyara kokobekera asetage kenkaigo tosuka ninyara gukomanya ikurenda aseboniga abuno roche chibichechi gutara sembeo gabo oyino murai bwenso moske William Ruto asanyarire kwire taro yae chinsemo chirie che Italy anyarite wikira na rolit koria igoro na renge numurugio the first lady Rachel Ruto asege karokia Italy African Summit abwase anyarite gusanga na barai au kurwa sorogungorwa Africa ekera anyarite kweguri bagakwane na anyarite gukwanira igoro yegatie bintu au atagete biskonyara gwikiranira abakenya nyoranga netaro ya yemerongene na isano na isato gorwanyara goswasikiro gokyuburai bwense 48th trip nanyarite gukwanire goro yoko bwaterana na chinse cha Africa erikonyara kwene kibuna banyare gusira chiro orongo rwa Africa amagendera nyare gwikira na sense mega nanyarite gukwanire goro yobomo nanyarite gukwanire goro ya magenderero nanyarite na of course guchinaro down ensemo yobo chinu ensemo ya obolimi ensemo yo bokoreri obya egatiye binde binge tukonyara gukorigero roboti rwa ekera ngukwana chinsemo chire kolinda sibonika buna moroche echine chibita chiae ekiranyarete gwikirana asense meyo aburitko ria igoro kolenda seboniga ekina kirike mubwateranetie Fred Nunda uyorenge omoteneneri o bana boda ekere chibura buru chanyarete kororoka na setawni yega ya Busongo mutinyu 5 na 3 ase omwaka weta niga anyarite kubwateranirwa na mamocho yoboiti akanyara kubekwa byara asensemo ya Kisi prisons wala kurwerio tanya konyara kwegwa bond yokonyara kwigorerwa nera nyari gusanga n'abantu bae asekeria Cliff Ombeta uyoro mwakili yokonyara kumrepresent anyarite gwesokia burit kuligoro na kunyara gukwana magayeki na kya kunyara gutegererwa asikiri bagusababuna anyare kwegwe bond anene muno obochenu bwae afya ya anyarire kwera nanse kare gari asechera bagoteba kolengana neri chiko nera nabwato bosibori bwae naba ama mochari abekirire atarenge kumwanchira nyare kwegwe bond anyarire go rusigwararo bono limochoritegarete ndiri obweiti abo aseba nyare kwane kibuna nachiko nyara gwekirana asebikare byonse askiri bango sababuna muno bwene lichiko rigoteba eriko nyara kwegerera mweteringo musumoni rikuracha mutu na maega bakonyara kumwegerera bono Fred Nunda anyare kwegwa bond elio anyare ko butwaro bosibore ko ekina kya yankegendera chinkwane chiga ne cha Cliff Ombeta.
Fred Nunda is in custody for a case that he has been charged with, a case of murder. He has been in custody for a very long time now. He had been denied bail on 2 occasions, but today we came to court to make an application so that he can be granted bond once again. All the other cases that had been indicated before that he had absconded or had not settled have all been settled. There is no other case existing right now in court, such that the only case that is present is this one. He had been denied bail basically on the basis that he had other cases and he had absconded. Now that those cases do not exist, we are coming back to this court to request whether they can grant him bond. We are trying to say that the circumstances have changed. We are trying to say that his health is also not good. We are also trying to say that he has a constitutional right to bail. More so because we believe that the state, in this particular instance, is acting in bad faith. Why am I saying that? Ever since he had been in custody, ever since the first time he had been denied bail, the court has always insisted that we be given statements of witnesses. We have not been given statements, and the hearing starts next week on 6th. So what are they doing? Basically denying us the constitutional right to prepare in time. They are going to try and ambush us. That's why we are insisting that we get those statements by today. Some of us are too experienced to be denied with this kind of sharp practice or this kind of attitude and ambush. Some of us are too experienced for that. And even if you gave me a statement a minute before the hearing, I will still stand and do the case. So let them not think that that is what is going to help them. But in the meantime, as we wait for the court, since we cannot interfere and argue that application here, we want the police officers in the state to act in good faith now that the person is in custody. You can't keep on punishing somebody because you have some political inclination. This is totally a political thing. If they are going to use politics as a particular line to injure somebody and frustrate somebody, then we are not following the law. Then we are not doing the right thing. Then how different are you from the person you're trying to charge? At least him, he has denied the charge. You are not denying it. You are continuing denying us our right. So we are insisting. They give us those statements. We prepare for the case. Whether we have the bail or not, we shall proceed with the matter and finish it as fast as possible. Yes. This is a case that is just, we know for a fact that witnesses have been called to change their statements. Witnesses have been called and coached to change their statements and alter their statements. But an old cat like me, or do I say an old dog like me? Those are things I have seen. You will always see a witness when you know he's lying and he's changing his story.
Chikwana chia Cliff Mbeta ekire arenge gukwanire igori yekine kia Fred Nondo mwanyare kuigwa chinkwana chiae dochikonyara gutwara omu advocate gigase studio na chikonyara gutwebirengerere biae obwe no bwegari chikiriga angakiri gukorega asigocha tumeko igere igoro yobwa matobo bomura bwense buna nagotebi bado nyuranga ekigambero nkianyarite gutuguterare housing levy na gekanyara gutuguteraro gutuma kwa abanyanyimbo ase chinsemo chiria chia Haiti. Korende narora se chigazeti chia lero ngukwanera bari igoro ya ense ya US baada ya tebirenga nechikunyara gusira Kenya nkotiri ko keep the end of the bargain onya Kenya ke guchikutuma abanyanyimbo chinsemo cha US they are going chinsemo cha Haiti they are going to support them. What is going to happen? Twaroro murai bwense tari ntunde ntangani tari ibere korende tari sato kagoteba buna nga na chikonya yani richi kona batebe kibagoteba it is going to work wapende wasipende akorateba nga mpende msipende itafanyika bono mbachiko tumaba nyanyimba baiga Haiti na kunyara kugenda mamincha nensemo yebigambero kuri ndasiboniga turagenda bakachinsemo chiria chia Kisumu abwasumu basokono yiwe para onyarete gukorekana chinsemetio abantu 19 nigo banyarire kwena kigwa gusiria magimabo nabande 39 na kianda nigo bagendrete kurwanirira magimabo asia gitari au imenye county ya Kisumu buna nakora goteba oyiga nigo basokono gwe para onyarete gukorekana ase chiru ya Odho market yugotoka sensemo ya Kisumu ase para ya Kisumu Nairobi highway basi yiga nigo yari nkurwa se omo paka oyomo yarenge kogenda gucha asensemo ya Nairobi abwase yarenge overtake agakaka renge mutu yae goseka yarenge salunka yarenge bosibwae kolinde kanyara komerana network ya bwate omochere bono gokoligereria nemono ni gokorengana na aba gukorera kuri asensemo yo banyarire ko mochichintereba askeri banyarire ko basaba bona banyarire kubwatia machiko na mararo yensemo ye chipara. Bemana kegima mwancho muligererio KCTV mwanyara kona tibe chechu ninkunyara gukurigerio report yase survivors gusabantu baliaba banyarete batanyarete gusiria magima abo gwitira sumba soko na uyu banyarete gwesokia na kunyara gukuhana nene munasikeria banyarete gwesokia na kunyara kwenena ebirengero byabo ngakia mangana nyarete gukorekana kurwa chinsemo chiria Dominico Mondi korusirare boda konte bibwakire bujana my wife Josie M na bana Angelo na Peter biyamono Enoch Muchera konte good morning watching live from Isebania boda bwakire buyake gimanko kanali momento bacheba kwamboka ole biombe mwanya banda twale mambye ngija arafu agontebi pamoja na wanafunzi wote wa Boda Hill Academy asubuhi njema. Thank you so much. Nakia bantu babo kiriko rusebania boda omoigwa Eriko Kari na Korodrogon Tebi. Good morning. Enyoni Jumanne agontebi. I'm watching you live from Machakos University ndani ya KCTV live. Thank you so much. Ritunda Green, good morning, good morning. Agontebi from Karen Nairobi wakire bijana otole ime kabisa. Thank you so much. Honorable Chris on Twitter. Oh, Chris Oyunge on Twitter. Thank you. Good morning. Ogote kurubu machoke chache na agokwaniri Joan na nche na agokwaniri Chris karibu sana. To kwarure where was it? Apamba lima tabali chinse chia Michael karibu sana Kenya. If you are in Kisii karibu sana kuchinse mochiri chiabu machoke chache. Yo Beshai. Good morning. Ogonte watching live korwa Nyango. So agonte binga aigatin komo chapi ase Kwamboka Joan arimbiya mono. Thank you. Enoch Makori agontebinga omurari Enoch Makori bwogi nondeime korwa Mosaraba town. Thank you so much. Aso kunyara goswa somoroberio bwenyoni rumba Kevin nere na mororire no ara somoroberio bwenyoni. Thank you so much. Umeamka vipi? Thank you so much. Aso kunyara goswa ase omoroberio been long kwani ulipotelea wapi ndugu? Karibu sana tugendere gusanga ase obwamo. Okay, bono tokumnyoka baka sense moyende ya studio monyorete bitabu biria byanyarete gotoka asense moya guse ase orosana rwa Kaptagat bitabu byatakire gocha se county ya Nyamira bwase nonyera abasaga ni bali banyarete ko kagero ko bibitabo bataranyara kubwatwa bone bitabo byombe nyarete ko ikigwa ase county ya Nyamira litkuria Jumapili abwase litkuria igoro byarenge kwenanwa uche sabara events abara ibeti skuru yes abatende beti skuru au ebitabo bate betange 500 and something yes even Moriasi na nyarete ko kirana chinsemo chiria awazi bitabu byarenge kwenanwa bitabu bigabe nyarete gotoka ase orosana rwa Kaptagat yumiyelgeyo Marakwet. Wow. Urende benyarete we Kanyamira Yvonne Moriasi tiganyare goto sansa morira mangana iga senchira yo wekenano.
Na leo nina furaha kubwa kuwajulisha kwamba zile vitabu zetu ambazo zilikuwa zimepotea na zikawa zimetupwa huko msituni huko Kaptagat tarehe 20 asubuhi. Siku ya Jumamosi tuliweza kuzipokea zote na zilikuwa carton 540 zote tuliweza kuzipokea hapa Nyamira, na leo tuko na hafla kubwa ambayo tutasisambaza kwa mashule kwa walimu wetu wakuu ili zifikie mashule yetu. Hizo details za vitabu ni kama zifuatazo. Vitabu zenyewe zilikuwa za junior secondary na zilikuwa zimesambazwa na kulingana na subjects, na hizo cartons zote subjects zote zilikuwa hapo. Kwa hivyo kila sub county ilikuwa na cartons zake ambazo zilikuwa zinastahili kwenda hapo. Kama sasa Borabu walikuwa wanastahili kuwa na cartons 57, Masaba North walikuwa na carton 51, Nyamira North cartons 122, Manga cartons 125 na Nyamira South ilikuwa na cartons 54. Hizo vitabu zilikuwa social studies na social studies za guidebooks za walimu.
My name is Florence Ogunga, Deputy County Commissioner Nyamira South. On behalf of the County Commissioner, we are happy to report that we have been able to recover all the books that were reported abandoned at Kaptagat Forest. We have the report from the DCI, KEO South, and all the books have been recovered. We are very happy, and we want to inform our teachers in Nyamira County and also Nyamira South that all the books have been recovered, and today we are ready to distribute these books to the head teachers. We are also very happy and we want to appreciate our colleagues from KEO South about the efforts that they were able to make to ensure that all the books were recovered. I want to say a big thank you to them, and I also want to inform members of the public in Nyamira County. This was a concern, it was all over the media, but we want to report to them that so far all the books have been recovered.
My name is Joan Kwamboka, the Assistant Executive Secretary NAT, Nyamira Branch. I also want to take this opportunity on behalf of these teachers to thank the government for the swift action that it has taken so far to ensure that the books are here and they are in good shape. For that, we gave credit to the government. We are saying the books should be delivered in good time. This is the second week since we opened the doors for junior secondary. This is the second week for junior from 15 for junior secondary. Remember, we don't have books in school. The learners are in class minus the textbooks. It's unfortunate. The government should move with speed and ensure that the books are in our schools in good time, so that the teachers have easy time to prepare the learners well.
Miyamana okagima mwancho muligererio kise TV ogendrete kubwati omoroberio bwenyoni emambi yabo nondo chomogeni oni onyare gwikira nase studio niko nkonyara komwarigania senchera yabe natunyare kuminyoka bakasensemo ya magazeti muna nakora gotebi niko tokuchikonyara gukwanera iguro yensemo yeli chiko kodi nentara enda sensemo yeli studio koropa menyikurwa sensemo yali yamoni yogotoka se ward ya Gesima imeyebunge ya Kitutu Masaba se county ya Nyamira niko banyare gwesokia na konyara kwemurungana eliyo karero bobea sensemo yechipara epare yikurwa chinsemo chali yamoni akogenda baka chinsemo cha esani niko banyare goteba buna nigere mbeke gimaskeri banyare gwesokya na konyara gosaba anyare mo bungobo Cliff Mbane Gisairo anyare gwikira na chinsemo echo na konyara kubaroselie pare yo askeri batebere buna nechikonyara kubasira bena sensemo ya monchorelia gosobonchorelia anene uchasaba ngina bali bakwenda chichiro au toranyara kotegera chinkwana chiaba kingendeta kumwarikania mugeni
akiumurai Gisairo twagwanchete nkoko tware gukorera obutuko n'omugaso one para yaito yasarekire tukurwe kanisa tukuria twebegete chianga chingi ya mariboka bono gaki otare ko wancho toroserie pare egere kero omwako gocha goba 2032 torore gosoboga bana mboko gwenere akiumurai ko ranje twagosorora otokonye twachandi
omochumbo ito Gisairo ntwagwanchete ntwakoete chikura na inde nabo togwanchete goika boniga akwe birero byeite tokonakorera ngaga kinchwa toroseri nsari amoni chiduka etochandegete bitonge pare ya tochandire ya tobunire biasara bito togokora bike ne para tutaito toroseri tari besa togocha gusabana korwa asure toroseri para tweligeri na magoka ito wetera ko toroseri para twetweke bisukari twetweke chinyanya twetweke bitunguo twenyorere tosomia abana
esani egasaregete na moroche na bero mugatega abantu ntori gweta ngekara ya ture abantu ntori go udumia pare abango saba barai baito nga mutari wanja motokonye pare motorosari nari bwete kabara abarais nara inabwat
ange sani maate na besaregete kabisa umuchando tobwate pare na berete kabisa twabere tokolera rito matuka mange bono ndoro jinga bokonyi bode mbogendre mbole gase pale yaito abo tokumeti sana nana bangina muna toko baiti ko ruechiro ya yaito ya masobeti ni go ba go kumisana bande bakana ba ko gweriwa matoba ya buna munyaro cheiga in fact ga kyo mochumbo ito Cliff Mbane Gisairo igongo go sabanga ntunto ba nto kwanjete na ande nto kwanjete botambe buna kwajete toka kwachikura akianje linde moche mobwaterane no mwemusi atuti kenya atuti nyamenyo linde motoro asalie pale ntwa yo maketo bwate na ara yo in fact de para ya to chandire mono no ena barwaire bito gwetine chipikipiki ga mbara barwale teme gonko ba go ba kulire me gonko bo be pali
ga kia samaria tangoro gudenis momanyi ngorwari amoni
epare ito na besa de ketabara iba ito tokonya se pare taki uno yom top cliff on paniki seru uno gendrete igor torose li pare nyinyole nero no ekero mustuni megaki ero mustuni mono nyinyole torose li rore bitongo buna bia temetu tichuna ne factory nyansiongo lakini biki etiko babuya nende to inyole torose li pare tunya ka bato gweta bantu baitu apota pote bachande gete bakolera abarwede ngo toka baro baira nyagitari lakini bone ige chande gete pare ye to ko buga usne para.
Echine chinkwana chabamenye korwa sensemo yali yamuni ibuna nakora ote begotoka se ward ya Gesima ime ye bunge ya Kitutu Masaba se county ya Nyamira nimetomura yobonya gotekera chinkwana echo nachikunyara kwimokie getambukero korinde riboruriane rya manyakobe mambi yabono iga abuna abantu kurwa chinsemo chiali yamuni kera ensema abantu bareso kibanyare gukwanere igoro yigatia magendera nyari wikira nas chinsemecho mbarenga baranyare kotokanga bakorerwa magenderero ne serikali ya boniga ainse yeri ya buriria William Samuel Ruto. Anyway, karibu sana togendere gusanga ase obwamo tukora kenda sense mwende studio ngwere nanda segeka getali egetambe no mogani one mambi yabono obwase buna nakora gotebe mbwate omu advocate ase studio nachikunyara gotosomia nsemo yeri chiko tuchikunyara gokwenda nara yayiga gendere tokorekana ase nsemo yeri chiko bakora tebanga sheria ni msumeno inakata mbele na nyuma ngaiga where are the misfolds koro kwa Joan Kwamboka director Elvis nero rukura sensema ende studio toska ngwere nanda seka getali getambe
CTV amandegere y'umugusi
Hash Emporium neduka y'ebintu by'estima nabo igo ebintu by'otumeka asenka ebyo bire by'ekingencho au nkoni abale chi battery ky'ekingencho au chi generator ebirogo bya plastic chi pump chi amache chi mixer chi speaker chi mattress ebintu by'otumeka asecho koni buna chisuguli chi hotpot chi sani egati y'ebintu binde ebinge nkone bare chi blender, chi nyange, chi incubator chi amagena, chi fridge, chi TV, chi chererani, chi pressure cooker, chi duvet, chi basi, chi machine chogosibi chianga, chi dispenser chi amache, chi freezer, chi woofer, ebita amone chikonu, amone bintu binde byogotumeka estima bigotumeka asenka yao. Nkone bare chi blow dry, chi horn speaker, chi solar panel, welding machines, chi keyboard, chi simi, egati ebintu binde ebinge. Batare na enyoranga nigo bakoni ebintu ebiya, ebyo boigo bibwate e warrant. Hash Emporium nigego toka imemo chobosongo, asebare nene ya Kisumu. Asamange, bakirisimi weterase namba ya 0731760507. Batare rero libwenyorere bintu ase amaguriense mono.
CTV amandegere y'umugusi
Enyagitari ya HK International Medical Center nigego toka imemo chobosongo nigo yakira sengencho yao nabo igo nigebwate abanyagitari babwato bomanyi bwigoroke gima abo bakora merimo yabo keboikeranu
incheno manyagitari iri kemma obani korwa senyagitari ya HK International Medical Center irega ibo muchito bosongo
Boigo, enyagitari ya nigebwate chi machines chingiya, echichigo tumeka koringoria maroire au asomo bero na mariogo onsi alioraganye ase obobwenya bwao.
Nabonta getoko tanga ase enyagitari ya itu nigo togokara scanning yo mobero mogima, yani tokonyeroka so monobwe ke songo nga full body check up. igonta gete gwatanga nigo tukurigereri kurwa somo twe paka maguru ise twarigereri the internal organs cia uchons pina kichigo function tokonyora chiri cia cell function abnormal twako amariogo
amarwaire bakorwaria ngamona diabetes gose oborwaire bwe sukari, high blood pressure, oborwaire bwe chinyigo gose kidney, asthma, arthritis, brucellosis, infertility in men and women, hormonal imbalance, family planning, uterine fibroids, oborwaire bwe stroke, prostate enlargement, stomach ulcers, chi allergies, cancer.
Nonye no mochando bwa maino amaina ali ako na gusumbwa nto bwata mariogo ya maino nto bwata maro mariogo ya marwaire emeki eri tichete emeki ngo tichere ya chikore nto bokongwa senkoro igonga mariogo ali ago tichore emeki gosako igore emeki yagera manyinga atarabu yanto nyabwate nto bwata mariogo ali ago akorusia machando yechi joint chiri chikobuga borwaire bori tokorokanga osteoporosis na boro buno borwaire bochandeta abantu baito na boro bwa mariogo na arororo nkorigereri tore nonye na mangana respiratory system abantu barokonyora egekuba kiabo takonyara gutire getiro
epilepsy na boigo amarwaire andamange
na inda mariogo aya nigo tokonyarusia ase chinse cheisikobu na bono USA mariogo nari tokorusia stokoroka Los Angeles California eyere in USA na inde nkorustora mariogo anda ase chinse chiri tokorokanga Malaysia ayande nkorware India na ayande nigo tokonyarusi China
asa mange bakire simi ase namba 0717176383 HK International Medical Center. Your health is your wealth.
Eye Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi. Nkisi TV amandegere y'umugusi.
Emambi engi jana inde andonsia soru mwancho murigererio KCTV karibu sana sumoroberio bwenyoni ensemone ya kabere umageni ono nyari gwekirana access studio nimete nante eti kubuka kidogo Team Alam. Good morning. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Matukara sukire. Karibu tunyari gusanga sobwamo rero tuchake no guchambwa magazeti. Tutaranyara guswa sense moyeli chiko. Ko tutaraswa sa magazeti twarore the Daily Nation engani mwamwa bagoteba nga the broken
system.
The broken system. The broken system niga utira baka sense mwende studio tunyara gotegerera chinkwa na chayo muraibwense orobotoriga enanyara korobeka in a way tinanyara koro voice ko nonyerete back in 2017 ekere elections chabete nullified. The then deputy president Adenge William Ruto chinkwa na nchira kwanete obochori wo mwaka 2022 ekere kina kiabegitwa se Supreme Court bakanyara kobwa chinkwa na nchira kwanete ekere arenge gotianigwa nesogetiaga kwana baadaye naliria chetaga agatiania aba na chiki na bali batano mo batabete chosen batabete sworn in with the previous regime under Uhuru Kenyatta wodo korugabo enchera nere mbrichage tukutwire judiciary and executive ntora manyanga ya mangana achitaka bachokera ayune gati yari tukuchikunyara gukwanira directors boninga karambe kiranga robot yeru tunyari korotegerera sita gekeya
na tunataka Maraga atusikie vizuri kwa sababu he has had his day Ours is coming. And by the way, that is not a threat. He has had his day. He has done his game. Our day is coming.
And I thank the judiciary in general and the Supreme Court in particular for staying strong as the shining beacon of constitutionalism and the rule of law, even in the most daunting of circumstances. And you know what I mean.
My administration will respect judicial decisions while we cement the place of Kenya as a country anchored on democracy and the rule of law.
That we intend to empower the judiciary and the criminal justice system as required by the Constitution, as well as respect the decisions and orders of the courts as they relate to the executive. Expect no more or no less.
Kwa sababu si mnajua nilipatiwa panga pale, nilipatiwa sword kubwa hivi. Kwani mnafikiri hiyo sword ni ya kukata mboga? Si ni ya kufyeka wakora hawa? Ndawafyeka kabisa.
What we will not allow is judicial tyranny and judicial impunity. That we will not allow. That will not happen.
Now, watagerera chingwa ni chuko cha gocha. And to a point, na the budget as the judiciary, everything was positive about the judiciary. What is not happening? As the broken system.
Broken system.
Nilitangani karaba kwani batevi elieta
abana eva. Abakwani abaligerere tokotewa. Na abakwani mambingia Marieta Vincent Omao. Kuru nomete town ya Busongo. Seito Nyamira.
Okay. Karibu sana. Thank you for making it.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Well, no, the broken system.
Broken system is the like you try to see. Ruto has been in the government since 1992. Where Ekararinge Youth for Kan.
YK92.
YK92. Karabangi na wabo Jirongo nero mora tesimu.
Lakini previously kulita sweatia serikali.
Inaritanga 1992. 92 naliago akarachire akabaswa youth for Kano. Then yakaburi chukura 1997 akarusio mwako nguru kuchesire Ruben
Chesire.
Yes. Wono kuru 97 Ruto no ale serikali.
Okay. Yeah, ekeraso ta serikali boli nelio 92 naliatenenete, but previously ekere naringe kubwati mugano eni muroche arenge a student atachi agaso internship asetio bisite serikali nero nkororanga kia basaye bagutumika guikia magendo skali kolika chiform chirichi project kyango bonekere moi achikororanga obochorio bonko mokongera bole agateba basaye abaintirandoche digankoreki
Kega party. Yes. 92 nalia batumende na Jirongo. Wakarosi youth for Kan.
Yes.
Then the 97 yagaswa liriere Eldoret North. Ya beto mwampiri tanga. So Ruto has been in the system. Nebi ndivya goteba is igoro ya judiciary.
Yes.
Ago takakirie como favor.
Okay.
Kero kurigiriri. When you get come favor, because you see now, you can't go threaten.
Yes.
Threaten na di morae tutali yani mo yuri virenda yetu.
Natali wo Kenya sukuma.
It's a clear demonstration. Yani we are kiri maiso maro. Natali go chike katiba ya Kenya. Yes, with those stress. So the broken system is a wider, is a broad perspective.
Yes.
It's not the only one thing.
Yes.
It cuts across. So a legislature, a parliament, register parliament, executive, and judiciary.
Okay.
So all of this, with the disobedience of court orders, the broken system. Yes.
Kenyans in the group of a corrupt machinery. Askeri bakotebanga delayed national identity cards, dehumanizing treatment in hospitals, pensioners dying in penury, and kickbacks to even move a pen. A 7-month nation investigation has revealed the rot in the people-facing sectors of public service in the humiliation with Kenyans are treated every day, of which the putrefied fumes of graft that waft into the high ceilings of public offices and the deliberate creation of chaos by a criminal enterprise that has been allowed to milk, pilfer, and dehumanize desperate Kenyans. Page ya 4, page ya 5, page ya 5 na rimwe, page ya 5 na kabiri.
Initially,
it has been a talk, and especially maigayo muraibu nse guchaka. Actually, after bono chinkwane chigane nchikoja ara cross clip kia after bono kira chakire gukwana igoro yes sword akamya guchaka teba what is not going to allow from the judiciary. Baadaye nashtaka kwane igoro yobo kurumi bagendereza korokana se judiciary. Rigathi Gachagua akateba nkwendare kubeke kina against omuna cheki no rio na seko na cheki na kiaikere abwatirane ne kina kyobo kurumi agikaga drop down. The judiciary kaumera na executive and the legislature. Wakateva the judiciary is going to bed with the executive. Egere bintu pinyari kugenda their way. After that, Ahmed Nasir, Grand Mullah, akatene ni gwemera. We are going to talk about that definitely.
Akatene utapia ikoti.
Yes. In fact, there was a case that he was representing last week.
Ntikiao moi family.
Gekaba cancelled nge atekereru because no harenge.
And
in fact, under him. They don't appear. This is affecting even the people who are not even involved in this. I don't know, was it involved in corruption? But at the same time, after Nagari as a State House, a meeting that is believed to be chaired no William Ruto, the Social Health Insurance Fund, and they were like, now we're talking. And after housing levy bado yabe cancelled, cancelled, we are back to the drawing board. The judiciary is corrupt, the judiciary is this, the judiciary is that. What is not happening? Is there corruption as a judiciary? To check it out.
Corruption, there is a corruption in narrow.
As a judiciary.
Na verabe pa kembaro mwete no serikali yaite ya Kenya obukurumintali obure kerasi tari kero muntu mukuru lakini obukurumi mboro and you see now igunu mbona want whatever ne bante ibande imuyeba kubeka the whole national registration,
yes,
even the passports. You might be a victim.
You're
right. Now, people back from July, maranyora passports. Nebitabu ebirebike. Ebitabu Kenya, tiene we printed ebitabu. Ebitabu mbia lengoro, the last regime will cancel, a new system where a passport is a basic document, which one must have without you kubwati miaka yonse. Ekibande is a basic document. Nekiba karato karos Huduma cards, chikaba etageka. If wakateona ebinte bina bya unkunyara bari kubireta digital system webata ko tolete rero na kiyango chokobara ngwango.
Maisha number.
Iyo ngo say maisha number tima I don't know about these things, but as long as I have my ID. So there are some basic documents which is a right to Kenyan. A Kenyan must be registered. There's a time baka unachipata unachiform cheri.
Yes.
Just a basic paper wako na print yali wakole kweli. So corruption has been initiated by those people on the top.
Okay.
Ekero bayirire. Ekero chukura chakiro. Ega maintain ya soire. Ega kolena like this our time to eat. Like now the Kalenjin mbabete system ya kiamui emyaka mengi sana. So ekero bacha they are incompetent. Our Kalenjin, they are very incompetent in learning the public institutions, even private institutions.
Yes.
Again, tumaranya no kulenda megondo na gutara na chiwe Johnson. Now they have been brought back to the system. Upon Ruto winning, but to the system. And when there's the system failure, effectuated and it has been activated by a clique of the people who think that it's our turn to eat. So that's what is bringing this country to what we are experiencing. And it is those who are artificial shortages being actualized by a certain clique of people. Some people who want to, yani batete ko robo kongo mo Kenya, egere banyore kibateke korwara. So corruption must start from the top. Neki kia grand mura au kani gutauro kagari. You cannot intimidate. You can to gotia na rubunya idari kando okuruali una yo corrupt. Arakubetere sindani yonku. So those baribabe affected, those being represented in court by Amenasil, they can look for another advocate because an advocate can na could sign tako kodregas or to what mwakitari wa muwe kororo. Yota kwenda wetiema one nero gusalie company edit. I can't accuse you that you are a thief. Gusino morogiole na ndesti inchi go 6 service kruwa so. Au wande no moroginde na witire to mwana. Onde tro mwana nja kumura neti kumuitire.
Okay.
Yes.
Bonego Grand Mula kina kia maybe is fate nguchire ko ba determined because na beke kina se appeal and I think ega to guterwale.
Bono ekina kina ko ba hard on merit.
Cause litangani what exactly happened to Grand Mula? Was he banned koruakoba omo na chekina completely?
What happened is because of his consistent attack on the judiciary. Nati muraba hivi, emurikiango, all of that. That's why he's being, and they are barring from appearing before them. Nera agatiana, agatewa, nera gutacho, because the Supreme Court has been reconstituted. And the Supreme Court, they are very reconstituted. Unless they retire, or they are removed from office through a petition, before JSC. The JSC, no matter Kwame is the chair. Muilu is the deputy.
Yes.
The AG, now we can just Muturi. I saw a newspaper where they were attacking him. No can judicially. The attacks. Just Muturi, a member of Judicial Service Commission. Other members are very quiet. They have not said anything. So, you have to petition for the removal of the Supreme Court judges.
Yes.
Which is an uphill task. Negatiro, kocha korusha bantabu office. Wano era agatiana, agatewa riore karo bari baratigale. Jaji njiro atebetesatu. Ibrahim Mohammed. There's another judge, Ouko, and there's another judge. Every three, na wako tewa barabaya. What are corrupt? Na wako tewa, lakini hawana tewa corrupt. So muna yani nyasai kara mwanchire karo wa bari barura oronya na abande bakaro. Na yale yale Supreme Court. So we bagana tukutianira.
Okay.
But you want to collude because now what the client I want to represent before that court.
Before that court.
And indeed the judiciary. Tigabarore ni client kiana. Tario mwakiri ogendoro ororo. The only vendetta they have no rio kubaram.
But again now, which side does Grand Mula stand? Because bono twarorire serikali ya Kenya Kwanza ikunyara kurangeri kunyara kwena chinkwana and in fact no nababunge ndo chipa ya soire gati mbaka ndaze kwena ching otwariro muntu buna Kimani Chungwa narore ndini Nyoro narore mubunge o Beirut narore Nixon Koech narena kwane togo tukobokera lero askiri yako tebanga the court can't do this. In fact narore some suggesting to the president just slash the budget ya judiciary. Maybe how does this work? What is the relationship? Kwanza what is the coexisting relationship kati executive na judiciary?
What I can say, all of this, what the backlash to the judiciary, they're pretentious. And like you see that.
Bako emoti.
Well, to pretender, those are hypocrites. Because what they used to say previously,
yes,
is different from what they are saying. Ekraba judicially, ke okorega siao, ewako ya attack. Ye kobabura ya kore judgment ya wengia, baso why the opposite. So they are pretending. Judicially, their independence. It's an arm of the government. Ita koero gutwara busuburi bwayo. Parliament itwara busuburi bwayo. Na executive itwara. The duty of executive is to implement.
Okay.
Judicially, basically is there to interpret what even parliament, even it has enacted the law. But judiciary is there to to interpret what the parliament has enacted. Then there's judicial independence, judicial fund, in fact, not even judicial. So a problem the judicial fund under Ekipengere 173 of the Constitution. A problem judicial correct chivese yachi to consolidated fund. Bama cross a budget and the parliament you approve. Why? Why should we send money to the national government and to judicial collects a lot of money through fines, through filing fees, which is enough to run that to run that arm of the government without depending money from the exchequer.
So the coexisting relationship egati aba babere ne ringa chibese bakusangirira bakutuma se executive
consolidated fund.
So ase chibese barabumba kwa independence.
Mbagwenda gutwara as per Article 173 of the Constitution.
So na uba kwa mwa batabe bono bese chetu by the way muri korora.
Na beta kiyo. Kiyo chabo ba ubega chire. Tari na ndumuna musangereri nkoe na ndo chikombagira. Na inde kwanza na inde parliament yichi approve budget yani. Executive tarachi kukora kumbagira. Wotro justice judiciary tarachi independence. So if they can be allowed to be independent. Like now those threats that we cut their budget. So what? Let them be independent. Particularly in Doriabo, they run their own affairs.
Okay.
Yes. Like now, it's like even in the four of the units. Yeah. So if to what the judiciary, they need like now we don't have enough buildings. Infrastructure is in a mess. Judiciary.
Yes.
They need to baga chichukoti chingia. Chijaji chair which are chingia. Like now, there's been a judge in Nyamira already more than 1 year. I thought they call Vishoka. Like you moving around Vishoka immediately. And I'm from judge to take a matter. I got a corruption payment that I will guard. That I will know Musara. So they need to be independent. Kapsa. Let us follow the Constitution.
Okay.
And they follow it in the letter. Yeah, na into get we get it also to win vain. Kana na inchi ba sio letter.
But nende get we get the same book banga to some point chi loophole in chiroro.
Echa.
Kurwa senze moyeri chiko gocha sobokoreri asebi na biabo and everything. Like to some point people feel like justice there go chianyara gwekerana bunetakeire.
Ekina ekekwe gamba. Na chile na so iro muntu na taso to bisuya. You have to prove you have to bring an evidence. Analyze it. The judge has a discretion. You don't what every judge will say magistrate according to target. Or correct evidence. Evidence is all. It's all about the na kiko ambiki na kiao. Onye tu wati bosaiti. Obore mungu bunatore. Oyo muinaiga no obore mo akobuna noyo. Unge tu mungu busonoro bebe. You have to prove that you're sorry kwao.
Okay.
By bringing your documents, the documents chai, morete surveyor, elete GPS, etewe nyewe you're sorry kwa
bande.
Evidence. Yes. If you don't have evidence, you have to prove to the court.
Now, let me get you right. Watebirenga togotebi monache, togotebi magistrate gote judge anachebuno tagete. Right? Komenya gocha kwa nyoranga kwa tebirenga tokomotebi anachebuno tagete nechibesa nchiri gutigaragari judiciary chigoto mu national government yamanya koirana se a judiciary. Where does corruption come in?
Corruption comes in more especially as we involve the economic crimes. Economic crimes, maybe no one have role like Kimwarer. I think those things have been mad with. They tend to portray that the judiciary ngo receive which best. No, say even a chero buya. Egeremba koraki. No muntu tasibwa. That's why kwaroche nkiabeta nekina kiguru na oyokabere rotich.
Yes.
Nekina nkiakore buya. Kwa kende ngote wale uranyora akagurete aga he bought his own way to freedom.
Yes.
So, and you know, in the criminal matters, and this is economic crimes, they don't involve one person. Yeah. There's prosecution. As a DPP, there's a judge here. There's a DCI. DCI may asiabere no koro uchunguzi. Obutuki. Baire as a DPP na bana prosecute kina na yokwira koti. So obo iki ogwaro this DCI onye bole scanty na kiora asibo muntu. So rakatia sabanda ngitura manyu kurumi bweterete egera masakara gasira go evidence gasira yari kubwata go sero teach abwatuna ki na saleti chibesa chigasira chaki mwere na role. So these three people we cannot specifically pinpoint that is the judiciary which is corrupt. How about the arm area corrupt investigation? How about the area corrupt prosecution?
Okay.
So it takes the three. You can't say that unana kin judiciary yok. Mbaga nyakoromere because na ere gukora yo mwari. As I said earlier, it must involve evidence. If there's no evidence, your case is dead on arrival. Na inde kinangire kira to court. Abandi bazo passive ngurubara analysis yao. But at this side, dead on arrival. But give go to one judge said otherwise.
Okay.
Yes. Because I myself I've been to a court severally in Kokora petition. Na moko petition yende bangiri but on some issues. Yende yaita. Okuno one obukuru because I've never bought chances. It's like even okay mtata atebanga yekorusiwa sawa wangaenda rusiwa senga na wake judge.
Let us look at as a gazette here, the Daily Nation, when we are talking about that. Iga as a Triton scandal. Fugitive tycoon Devani extracted and charged. Devani, who was in 2013 named among the most wanted Kenyan suspects by Interpol over his alleged role on the Triton fuel theft scandal, was last week quietly extradited from Britain, charged in Nairobi court, then freed on bond. Oromuntu mwarigiri koru 2013. Eki inane ikyobo kurumi. Under government ya pereke kotebanga we are going to fight corruption. You export him from Britain, bring him to Kenya, charge him quietly, mwamenya komo release on bond.
Of course, he has allowed to nabwate right kwa we bond. Any oyongese live nearby is a Kenyan. Is a Kenyan citizen. Any person is entitled to bail terms. It's a korosinya. Where we could have with a detention without a trial. Like now, into two to IT Katibana anybody. No, you know, murderer. No, you know, kagate. Because everybody is presumed to be innocent until proven guilty. When you go to Article 49, it's very clear the rights of an accused person.
Okay.
So at the moment, Nonyeka is the most wanted. Are most wanted, but he has not been convicted.
Okay.
So he has access to justice. Article 48, 49, the rights of arrested person. 49A, to be informed promptly in the language that the person understands. So when you are the negotiation, that's when you mukalimani. So he has a right, but at the end of the day, but evidence korokinaki na ringi ni woro is treated. So na bala vekru bond wotiga ebwate strict conditions. Maybe task ko country a passport yae elu the court egachu. So I get a skonya kwa na chikunya koligi. You see now it has been a long hunt for that's 11 years. Since 2013, he has been on the run, which means so which means I know you may find he's not doing these things alone. He has those people. And you see this is I can angle you kabisa ilia gotama. Agora ya bi interview hasta kwa 2013. Ayora nya bi korto kuruma. So hiyo ni matendo yake inamfuata. But you know these big scandals. It's not any one person.
Okay.
It's only you who can only know what. Because they kinangeri no ne kote ko somero staka aye na abandi batari busuke ambere. Lakini ya magoso onye mugwatana na magoso mugwatana no negesi. Yes. Kiba nyore serikali ne bwaterera emachikaye. Pero nyora ama alikuwa nyorere are proceeds of crime. The state is allowed now to take back the property. But whether they have taken back is so little. Because uchunguzi nero nere problem. Mbaramento besa kabisa. Of course defense has a lot of money. Wako budget is just a department in an executive arm. Kwani anataka kuchua sinyingi kwa judicial. The judicial never went there. Still, I'm for judicial. We independence yao. Yes.
Ngetokera wakwanerenga everybody is entitled to bond. Yandeta gocha sorongurwa gusi. Itkori goronto amorocho mo na chekina gusomo akile Cliff Ombeta. Ka kwandre gori yekina kimubwatera neti Fred Nunda. Ngobere gakolinwa a bond.
Fred Nunda, I personally know him.
Okay.
A problem ya Fred, a classo avec you mamocho. Or you do a coat. I could wear upon the Terikuiran. On a character Kuirana, only it will be a problem to the judiciary. Ne vitengo vine DCI kumuri na prosecution egera ichoko koche court no nekera uchoko bwatwa he was running away acha kubwatira usikongeruguru.
Okay.
Yes, he has a right to bond, but when singing jabwate binebi
but naro chibate vetenga some charges have been dropped biribia nkogero linwe bond
bono ebona abakumutamu as a flight risk. A person of an unknown aboard, timanyirisi menyet. So no, that's why I go usually upon the ringo wole your nearest school. Kaya kora emo chief na kya koro. Mo sub chief na kya koro egro go ichuri go koro that by your dad. So if I cannot tell na ndibuna na una lilie kina kilikia boja kimaribe. Ekero justice wakiaga atebete na ali ndo mumuro jowi a bond because tamanyiri asamenyete kuna gwetana na mwechi nyomba che waswa just one astay turakore turamonyore. It is almost similar. Of course some churches have been dropped, but it's only that he has a multiplicity of cases. No, of course imbira era Mmanyu sa bwata mwanso stabwati kutete wone kira iwe pondi urachi gakwa iwe pondi utari na koti so umuchachi kira ncho kore kwe ukore pondi wone ba gutigemi bako kureki
I chanced to wotegerera one of the court proceedings here ngokorekana live na nkayuga gotebanga I will appear. Maybe his word doesn't count.
It is not counting because they are from the proceedings na uchikorokan ekoti eteberero otakiriko che koti tare 2 January tocha wabeke tarikende tocha wabeke tarikende so it has been a routine. It has become a custom to him that he never appears in court after getting the bond. So if the court finds that you don't appear, they will cancel your bond. They issue warrants of arrest. Ogambe kuri America segere raisi wono kore tukuruoro. Bare prison ni ko raisi. Kera koreta egere for expeditious because also when you don't come to court, how will the court expeditiously handle that? Because the court yagoteba kile kine kwenda ko rwango. Ndipo yantukunya ko drag in court. That's why they want the backlogs here na biare. That's why kera kwa nyoru no ne ko nyoru a court proceed to dismiss your matter because you for non-attendance. Because why should you file a suit if you cannot prosecute it? The same like criminal case, ekira orama ndo wanyo justice. November libako swerete. Na ugaba site wanyo justice. So if you don't come to court, how will the court decide on that?
Okay.
And you cannot talk over jail in your absence. Because that's more takeru na bali wande takeru. Yeah. So basically that's why the court at the first court appearance to be charged on for the reason of the detention, continuing or to be released. That's me court arrest. Inkibaraga and no kubekera. Kera na ndire court the DCI can make an application. Yote kana to tiro monto yime turakora uchunguzi saine eito gochutumia gochumoto. Because tuizo komotiga ndo gochunyara gokoraki. Gokora uchunguzi ose aisoko bwa tukwenda skali. Kwa nari gutamba udi obotuki. Yeah.
Oyakoro kwanga omoke Charles Nyamwama gote watching live from Getuki Keragia. Thank you so much Zablon Chwea. Ogonte bikorwen chorobo bahasi morning Joan niko tune pamoja na mke wangu Felicitas Nyaboke, mjukuu wangu Flavia, watoto wangu watoto wangu Wycliffe Ondieki, Faith Kema na Victor Nyangenyo, Sheila Kemunto, Joel Mokaya, Narison Nyamoya na mamangu Sibia Mora, wote na waambia waingie kwa mpango asubuhi njema. Vincent Kenyurwa gontevinga kuruiranda nyako eno ara imeyo morobelyo. Kemi Sophie Motangi, good morning mama ulinitupa. Yagontevinga yes ritkolinda moninya saya tuancheire tuaro ritkoligya. Wishing mashabiki wote to have a lovely day ahead Kurunyankongo Junction, getting you loud and clear. Boni ekware yegetara goteba watching live from Bachoge Bonchari, Kerandi Dennis awante watching live from Nakuru City na Korolide embusubengi ya Kurubonchari bo mwancha nore meyo morobelyo. Onditi Nyamwange agotebanga live looking live from Bugita, Dennis Nyamwange na Korolide, thank you so much. Bono aso gokwandire gazeti yiga ya The Daily Nation ngokwandira pale igoro ya devolution na ntema gokwandira igoro ya the devolved units. Askeri bagotebaganga the government rejects allocation of 391 billion to counties. Okorigereria for the counties mbesoki bakura uno mo COG obo asekeri barenge kwemurunganiri kibesa kitanya gotumwa se county. Korwa county nchiro kitaranya ro kibesa kor November, December, here is January ekwera litkori yankyo bado mbaranyora besa. Omokonyo muraibwense omoske Rigathi Gachagua litkori igoro nanyari tikuraige ikaro ke IBEC asenka ya chense muchiri chakaren. Nkere baringe okwana the counties abaringe gusaba baigu are roughly 450 billion. But the treasury goteba we can only afford 391 billion. Of which counties bata ebiresi yatutaki hiyo pesa. We have pending bills. Ndo bata binto au tutakiri kwene kinga byanyari gwekerana. For instance, abago kwanirigoro ya the community health promoters baetu from February, they are being dropped, which means counties na bago garamia. Mbabwate ECD they are supposed to deliver. And at the same time, government Kanyaranga counties which are complaining about these few devolved units, They are supposed to be given all the functions before the end of the year. How is it going to work?
Developed units, yes, narrow. The objectives of devolution under Article 174. It was meant to bring services closer to the people. Ngwakwa na igoro ya health asenga city ina ya ilaiteti. In fact, I never comment on that issue.
Yes.
The worst part we did with the constitution is to develop health. Health area atakirira atigara
national government.
Atigara national government yake. That's why, and they are fighting to have the functions fully developed. Where we became a irumbaranya.
Yes, it did. For instance.
Yeah.
Abali mwere mekinyanga etane bere batanya gwakano 7 months. Mwali mwatanya gwakano.
So, emeshara yabo chibese chabon chiroro. That's what we call recurrent expenditure. If the ECD teachers have not been paid, it means it is the failure of the county government to pay its teachers. Why should you pay other staff? The ECD teachers, they fall under those are employees of the county government. When you are making a requisition to the National Treasury to release funds, their money must be included, unless someone is joking with their money. Other counties have changed terms of service of the ECD teachers. But make the permanent and pensionable. Other counties have not. Why? Which means there are some people who are curtailing the process. They must be treated with dignity also.
Okay.
They have families to feed. Yes. So, I don't know why the county government so much that they need money and they have done less.
But Bantumbara Kanunchi County, things are not moving. They need
I think it was stay on nature development. As you can see from the top, it's like the country is broke. In fact, even the constituencies, Konye Wako receive which was chairperson in full. Like now, in Ubogetutu Masaba, we are supposed to receive 65 million to go towards the bursaries. Karen Chairman, that 35% of the money you receive should go to bursaries. Well, no, as a Kali, I go to 65 years to 40. So they were almost 2/3. Which means there's a gap narrow. The way Rigati Gasha was saying, there's no money. They should release money. Because at the end of the day, they will be asked, what have you done for us? You know, the county government ego procure our colleagues request for payment later. Pending bills. Like now, Chiva said, you won't go a ratia community was so gonna tarakana. She made you a share to 2022 before even he came to the office. Because now I took over that office. And you may read can you say Madeniaro liabilities and assets? You should own them. But then basically, the government has failed. And if we continue with this trend, we may go to anarchy.
Asa gazeti ya Taifa Leo, talking about anarchy, bako tebanga nina siri nzito ebichane ya Raila Amolo Odinga na Musalia Mudavadi. Eke bako tebanga keringa minongono ya zuka kuwa huenda Raila na Ruto wakafanya handisheki hivi karibuni. Pili, wapo wanaofasiri kauli ya Mudavadi kama mpango wa kumpa kinara wa Azimio kazi katika AU. 3. Ripoti ya mazungumzo ya NADCO imependekeza pabuniwe ofisi rasmi ya kiongozi wa upinzani. Sikiriba kuteba, Mudavadi aidi wafuasi wa Raila habari njema za siri hivi karibuni. The only person twara uriho wesoke unyara kwegerera mwananchi kawaida no nsema ya upinzani. That happened no the previous regime. We saw him kagosoka gukwana punguza bei ya unga, punguza bei ya hii, but after the handshake we had nobody to tell ebintu byakongira.
I think there are another handshake between Ruto and
yes, of which there are chances that it is going to happen.
It may
at a time when we are talking about corruption on a high level, passports in Chio, government services at a time when at a time where no energy school fees, education are very expensive, like the broken system, everything is just a mess.
Basically, if they need a handshake, I think it's they want the government wants to stop further criticism. And you know, criticism nyingi mono, even the outside world, even the Western world, they could have support Jabo World Bank, nguli ya kurigiri ichire na inchi kegendre tegaiga bona santa to twara konya. Is there peace? And there are others who rejoice when they say war all the time. What I know, the recommendations Chiricha created the powerful office of the opposition in order which we can go with it, so that we opposition again kunya ku check kunya kurigere linke serikali yako. But you know there is an handshake. Are they going to work together? To do what? How can you Raila agree to work together with the Ruto in a messed country?
Okay.
Are they going to add more revenue? Or are they going to reduce taxes on the Kenyans? Are they going to improve services to the people by Ogo? I don't think it's a no. Mudavadi has been there. When this country was running down, he was there. All of this happened under his watch. The golden bag happened during his watch. The scandal Chimbera happened under his watch, but he was not jailed. It's only a different person who was jailed. So these people, they have been there, they have participated, and all of these economic crimes have happened under their watch. So there is nothing new from these people.
Okay.
Yeah. Not to sympathize breaking news. Breaking news at this time. What will you tell them? If you go down here, you ask about the people who are saying the bottom up. But so there is that political jargonism and the political thuggery. Yeah. These are these politicians are pretentious.
Tumika se gazeti ya The People Daily asobwango ekikeire ngane mwa mugali ase gazeti yiga namangana alemali nataka tukwanira na se no etali bosio ga bwe gazeti yiga of which gazeti bagote ba top schools in cash scam abwase ba kwanera ensemo yetu seminit kunyara ko sansa mudraso boikirano 11 killed in an Kisumu accident uneri yakorekanita se chireria Odho Market. Police officer to go to prison for a 15 million robbery for violence. Ko lingo mnyokase gazeti yiga ya The People Daily epeji ya 5 na 3. Ase peji ya 5 na 3 US reaffirms support for Haiti mission despite the court verdict. eyegaiga abwase bagukwa ntingo tomereti aseiga askeri bagotebanga the High Court on Friday ruled against government's plan to deploy police to the Caribbean nation, terming it illegal. Though the United States says it supports the ongoing international efforts to deploy the multinational security support mission for Haiti, despite last week's High Court ruling that declared the deployment illegal.
Yeah, me, I'm supporting the judgment, the decision of the court, your council, the Haiti.
Under what clauses are they cancelling the deployment to Haiti? Why?
You know, nambe yemo tutara swagi nkiri chikoli whatever. Haiti nense omonda wenda utuma wanda waino kucho.
They said Kenya is a peaceful country. They participate in peaceful koreto molemas chinsechesko. Ite koma nsentanga ni Kenya ya chire. We've been to Sudan, we've been to Somalia, we are in DR Congo, trying to keep peace. Bono ekerebato mu Haiti, what difference is there?
As each country kwa nemu, a country nero ya itire president.
DR Congo.
Did they assassinate their president?
Yes.
Only one, sindo. Haiti president then Haiti. How many have been assassinated? More than 4. Haiti, if we send our police officers, none will come alive.
Why?
That's a very dangerous. In America is na Korea farm. Do
you want to say training ya Kenya is very shallow?
Yeah, they have no. Of course, Kenya expert has a training, yani investigation. They can do very good investigations, but in terms of defense, it's separate.
Okay.
Yes, you can't train someone for 9 months and you expect you couldn't. Mbakura da Paraguay. Paralelo we chombo. Batanza kuchipendekeza kuchisiku.
But ngere ibaote bange ko funded na bana siasa and they are still ngokora baro buchunguzi.
Bana siasa wani miaka yonse bana siasa yatanya goko. Because they has been there. West Bokot, Toche Baringo, Toche Turkana. They have been fighting. Then the West Pokot neighbors Uganda. Nawaromkuibera na bari chombe all the time. Why tutarikutuara even schools in Baringo there's no security. They can be attacked at any time. That's in the area takari real country tutarana nechine. It is within. Why don't they call? Muna wano say to why don't they bring peace fast to our own?
But I cannot other situations when the Dusit attack, the Garissa attack, the Westgate attack, just to mention a few. Kenya njanya gosoke sabepo konyi kuruchinsi chesko, we've contained it ourselves.
We have never. Say ekero Westgate ya bete. We had to call the Israelis to assist us. Na uba achete, na uba atokonyete. Kenya no nige ntikirikia gari is that hotel kali anga na Westlands yake. It's also, yeah, we always seek one ways. But in total we want to pretend that we want to send our officers to Haiti. Haiti they will be killed, all of them.
Richiko ya megoteba kibono.
Richiko, of course under the UN convention, ntuwento kurwa abasigari. Pati koti ito ya country. Ntukura tekera rende koti. I know they will appeal.
Why is the court nullifying it?
I've never gone through the petition.
Okay.
Like there are so many things. There are so many cases pending in our courts. You might not be able to go through the petitions, but only those contentious ones. Like I did not follow this one over Haiti, but all along I've never supported. Now I was supporting okogenda kwa abasigari baitu kuchinse isiko ya Haiti, but you kwero was.
Chinkwana Nchirongo tema Korigeiga, Justice Chacha Mwita on Friday ruled against the government's plan to deploy to Haiti for a peacemaking security council, and the National Police Service do not have powers to deploy police outside the country. Now, to be clear, Article 240 does not mandate the council to deploy officers outside Kenya. Deployment should be as provided in Part 14 of the Act and only to a reciprocating country. It is not contested that there is no reciprocal arrangement between Kenya and Haiti, and for that reason, there can be no deployment of the police to that country.
Yeah, the Article 240.
Yes.
Specifies on the establishment of National Security Council.
Then,
there are defense forces. So there was we have a National Intelligence Service. That's Article 242. Then the establishment of National Police Service, and the objects and the functions of the police service. Which means in this Article 244, what Chacha did, that act, National Police Service Act, there must be some clauses. They have no powers to deploy our police officers to go outside the car.
Some clause 14.
Of the Act, of the National Police Act.
Okay.
So after this, Parliament enact a currency act, a police service act. That's why kwa rote a minister communicated the kwanza kuputa bantu round. Na waputira basigari get the same 14. They have no powers to do that. So the Chico, Chacha Mwita, avoid the Chico correct. I agree with the petitioner that the petition is right in the court. National Police Service which has no mandate. Yes. So the church couldn't go outside what the Act says. Yes.
And Ochedwino Mwenga Konte Bikurukajiado present watching live Kwamboka Joan Mbiamono are now to ask again. Now they will appeal. For how long is it going to work? High Court yegwe kina yanalify kwerende yegwe kina Court of Appeal yakana, but Supreme Court yekwegwa yatebe it is constitutional. Do you people have a different constitution in the levels? Because there is no way High Court yego cheka ne Social Health Insurance Fund, like the Supreme Court it is constitutional. How does that work?
In a bench where 3 or more judges sit. Opinion. So when you appeal, you don't reopen the case. Or appeal on points of law. What does the law say? Now when it reaches to Supreme Court, once people recover judgment, the 7 judges. Others are agreeing with what Court of Appeal decided, and the others are against. One of our kachukura. That's how. That's not difference. So because everybody has they just do an opinion. It's not in fact. That's why in most cases, Supreme Court go fighting into revision. And we advisory on what to be done on these issues. No, I'm gonna will succeed the governor na kialenge. They usually issue advisories. So, a court that's why I want to get a court, watch a magistrate court, that's subordinate court. Kogos new and the High Court. Kogos new and the Court of Appeal. That's why when I make amendments in the they are at the apex court. Now, what I call Matega ki, we don't have jurisdiction to hear this. Lakini, there's a case. They said they don't have jurisdiction to hear a case from the Court of Appeal. So, they cannot do that otherwise. They have to follow that. Lakini unaona kineki kya etiki ya housing levy.
Tunataka also next.
But ekina karo ya kore tu wakatema kwa jurisdiction. Watu tukanyaro ekero ngiche basi baikoro bateme kwa jurisdiction. So una nagote kururi tangani ekina na evidence una gya tirte gotira. Uno ya chetaga file gore ya iti akaofa evidence yaye akanyora na ki the court agreed with him. Now the court will just look on what does the law say about this. Yeah. And if they find that National Police Service Act has been violated, they will agree with the judge. Yes.
Okay, talk say the housing levy now. For the second time, it has been declared unconstitutional. But these people, bachakri kokora public participation. After it is declared unconstitutional, are they allowed to do public participation?
What I know, in the High Court, agreed with the Okiya Mtata, his petition, by virtue that the public participation is correct. But the court advised the government take about 45 days to do public participation, of which they didn't. So the 45 days elapsed. By the time they were going back to court, now they appealed against the decision of the High Court. Now I think Mwana refired. Pakagenda still a court and the stay of execution of those orders that were issued. A court yangete.
Okay.
One fast track ya period stay. So as things are, like at the moment, the mwananchi tabuenda kuna cha housing levy. Yes. So public participation is ebwenda kuchaka mapema. Utaraji kokora whatever yes or no. So the government begete the cat before the horse. Ibaba ngobeke barasi kurure mongo 10. So what they should, it is a process which was initiated in a rush without no now which advice the president. I don't think him advice to be. But I think people allowed those petitions is because they are doing hurriedly without undergoing all of the procedures. Like if you want to build a dam, that's that's public participation. After 5 years, impact assessment. What are the what will we affect? So the president just wakes up. He wants to run the country like a monarch. The country is not a personal kiosk. Unless it is more important. As the George said, which my unless it is more important than an individual. Yes. Trying to take selfishness to our even telling people being.
Now, public participation goko yarenge aliya sabantu barangirete kwa se House of Assembly gali, people from different places, different life, paka PWs mbanya kwa gali ko represent people with disability. Now barenge gali ko represent ko representation. Okiya Mtata narangirete go anyare kubega tia bari bakwenda n'ibirengero byabo, but he turned it down. Askiri yako getam kwaba agotebanga the bill has set guidelines on who qualifies for the category of houses. Those earning below 20,000 will get houses with a mesh of 18 to 30 square meters, while those earning up to 149 will be allocated double the size. The bill in addition proposes to have 30% of housing levy channeled in the National Housing Corporation, 30% of the slum upgrading and 36% for the affordable housing. Nkaro, some of them back argue with the fact that nga utara ewe nyombeye ekere ya very complete lazima weke kwanza a 30% deposit, a 10% deposit.
Does Mama Mboga,
yes,
does Mama Mboga na what message?
Boma yangu twarore back advertise nyombe chiga, the rent goes up to 4 million, 3 million.
That's why I'm asking, because now with someone who earning 20,000 afford that house.
And then you look at the fact that
because
the paid slip there okuamua ere tabu at option eyungu na chwere the employee and the employer 1.5 no 1.5 that is 3%. But kogocha ase omonto yo okawaido tabu at pay slip nero okuamua gosengwa kanale ekera gwakana irenga gwakana nsa ndiriria gwakana.
Now that's where the challenge is. One, travel, do we need the houses? Like now yourself, do you need the house?
Kama ni ya bure siwezi kata.
But it is not free.
You have to pay.
Because you have to pay 10% deposit, which most Kenyans can't afford. Already their pay slips, they are they can't afford even having basic needs. And you tell this person, you want to go veteria atu ale nyomba. Tabu atiwese chako nacho. Like now umuntu kwa 20,000. Emi yake ngacha contribute paka kai nyomba esale nuoche se esa several years if you calculate. This is that simple arithmetics. Nyomba costs around 3 to 4 million. Uru deposit ya 400,000. Yatigere 36 3.6 3.6 miaka ngoja konachwa chimecho kusachiwa sechu. I think the dream is unrealistic. What they could have done, the country could have looked for a different source of income or revenue. Baga chichi nyomba une national housing corporation ya kwa gacha une chichi muina ba se kono lia bantu une the way NSF used to do kono lia bantu ba kwa bagurugure baga chichi nyomba baona lia bantu like other even big companies. Like even this our people ababara nake mbaba chinyomba chinyinge bagurete bagacha like una yoraga ni ogitas ketege wagacha chinyomba on those units. It's not be a compelling issue ego tubu omanyana sayos na takete nyomba because you may find even myself tinda gacha nyomba yanga, but think why should you force me to take a house in Nakuru? Because I was no era chikotoka. So how shall I be operating from Kisii to Nakuru because I need that house.
But let me ask, does it make sense with the fact that they are tired of leaking roofs, slums by housing project? The main idea ekoni guskoga igankeringa to change to rustiba sechiga se pay slip chinyomba chiaga so that people can own these houses. Kwa kunyora bakoro obekana mbali with leak roofs who don't cut batari kona chibese mbai gweti bororo. Enyombe yanko nachu echikuwa gacho. Inche ngochiko yewu usema mamboka. Usema montori ura se slum.
Because you know we have not had clear. Mwananchi kwa kawaida tarate ngai chiwa sichi kuchi. I'm assured that chiwa sichi ninche ko chira ni baadaye. Because I'm being deducted forcibly.
And who is going to be accountable to kuchikobole chiwa sichi nyombe teri kuchikunyara kwera. Ngai chiwa sichi chiapege so that we can ask.
That's what Kenyans have not been told. Barata una ki NSSF chiwa sichi ni chiao kuwika oritaye. Ngoro tuna mwana NSF watakere serikali ya kurwera 400 onye ku bari the minimum pay no mo kori we gasyo kurwera. So you know where your money is going. It's chindo made chile na blanket. Una chiri uko chesa corona. Utamadi kusichwa secho. Kwera na chiro sinchiri kwera. Hii ni pata poteza. Isapiri I can term it as a pyramid scheme, where you are chances of losing are very high, because the structures have established, have set, so that this public participation was to assist us come out on the key. I guess in that co-invest. Are there returns?
Okay.
What is the cost benefit? Even no inche monto ngoro te kwerera inchete school manyana ki nimba na tware nyomba nginda ranchira ngi university in that kwe. I could about that. Yeah? So the country must put structures. To manyana ki who is going to handle our funds? And previously to arore na kia bantu bara yire kuocho. Even sa course nchiro chinde cha good pyramid scheme around the year 2000. Abantu lost a lot of money. And period na the pyramid na the chibes. No, you cannot steal from people who are already overtaxed. Yes.
Omurai gwen soberka otebanga mpende msipende. It is still going to work.
How now? Kwaroche Federation of Kenya Employees, Federation of Kenya Employers, they have issued a statement to all the employers. Don't deduct any money. Yes. Are you going to force people? Are you going to stand there? Is Ruto going to stand there to run a payroll?
Okay.
Now it's got na arani payroll in Nyamira. Now it's got na arani payroll in Kisii County, because we have payroll managers there. Those who deduct and who don't deduct. Yeah, they have to initiate. The process has to be initiated from the payroll. What if they don't do that? Because the Federation of Kenyan Employers have issued strict instructions, but unless a court area decide otherwise. Yes, and they are going to follow that because they know about those are the TV shows Ruto is doing. Those are the theatrics and the concerts.
But what is going to happen? Because chigazeti nchiro narenge kuri kibunoro chinkonya kuri gere riga chigazeti bune ege gazeti ene chitali kirenga eya chitali kikomina isanemo umukenyo yoiga ase gazeti ya The Taifa leo yarenge gotebanga okay
kanya kuna chankora kuna chogu kwa au single kanya chankora immediately after that ni kwa bet
16
immediately after that I think
area kwanza after it was declared unconstitutional akatebanga ni enzi ya mpende msipende.
Yes.
Katika mazingara ambapo kauli ya rais inakuwa kama sheria, maamuzi ya mahakama yanayokosoa miradi ya serikali yanapuuzwa na yeyote mwenye kuwasilisha kesi dhidi ya serikali kotini kutishiwa. Nchi iko katika hatari ya kutumbukia katika uongozi wa kiimla. Yigane chinga kichiri asendo cheguro kege page ya Kabere Gazette, the same gazette bakotebanga Koome sasa ataka kuongea na Rais Ruto. Asema mashambulio dhidi ya idara ya mahakama yanatisha majaji. Yene page ya Kabere. Ningendreta kuri giri bakotebanga iharengo tebanga Koome goes to state house with a foul.
That's when after that they initiated the talks. After talks the court went and read otherwise.
Yes.
And I remember I read an article Moisonde, not even an article, it was news, where the president of Kenya Judges and Magistrates Association, Honorable Justice Radido, issued a very tough statement about the court orders issued. They specifically said they cannot be intimidated. If the court orders have been issued, they must be complied with. So the judges, their president has spoken. The president of the Kenya, the Judges and Magistrates Association, they have said we cannot be issuing court orders in vain.
Okay.
They must be obeyed. So which means it's a clear communication. Now, when Koome went to the judge and the president, it was not meant that they are going to lessen now bagukora ebina byabo.
But what we are getting here na nyore gazeti yunaringe kurigia gazeti nestari kiemerongo ebere na isato 23rd of January on last week Tuesday. Agotebanga Kome meets Ruto with begging bowl.
It was not una gazeti agoteba. Gazeti yaro can write anything.
Not really.
Why I say so is to, you know, when an editor does a publication is to attract the reader.
But it is what exactly that is happening, because why does it happen at a time?
When they said that, and the court proceeded with those pending matters which were in court, they proceeded to rule otherwise. Now, how did she go and pen before the president?
And that is why we are asking, Onyeta na a begging bowl, as they are claiming here.
They only wanted to cool the public outbursts. But but in the president, he said, thinking, ata gete bari bakoreki mbakora kende Jones. Yani batagete erata gete akwane bari bande bakoreki bakwana. So that's why after the court nullified, yani yangete korwe stay ya execution of those orders, yani mnerende kwere housing levy tegendera konachwa na the president yekairana. That's why yaje tukoleta ki ikorenda bantaba inkibagambete twaka gite baje de kweberani bachake kwegu judgment fair, which was not the case. The only thing I understand Kome went to do there baje tukubura ni inkibono tukubuna utagotiga abandi bakore asiabo naye kolega asiabo onyamba chika akire ubwo atiri chiko, because I'm not privy of the discussion, because I saw even our SCG was there. The Attorney General was in that meeting. And you know, you can't ask them even if he's your friend or not.
Yes.
Talk discuss it. But me, my thinking, Kome went to plead because the president was Kome. One Komo required a key and I limited a key. Otago Kanya Kunya Kuru outpass Chile meant to attack judiciary, but then still after Varu or Nandaka Koraki and Akabara. So it's trying to play the Moi politics. Moi politics you could do with him Mokore Savonere. Kokora Orenaye head of public service. And I think that's what Ruto is trying to. I think
Moi politics and the differences between Moi and Ruto. Moi used to consult.
Yeah.
But Ruto era
the kind of politics is doing. People were in during the when we one party.
Tukuraenda nsemwende studio seta IKM director nyari kurigirerie kamera togo chanto nyari gukorera asumurubiro rimete biro bya menyokire. Okay. Usavo kwa berase itilafu cheki mitambo kidogo kwa director Elvis Onyare gushughulika na aseta kaiga gasimiri bwogega goteba kurunyamache no arime yomorobere bwenyoni mpija mono bono. The reason why I was saying ntwangu kwanda neringa Kome goes to the president with a begging bowl akera ruetari by the way na umurai bwense na nyare to komwene karibu na among the areas to be supported are the recruitment of additional 25 judges to the High Court, 11 judges to the Court of Appeal, and resources to be provided, including vehicle leasing programs to facilitate the judiciary transport needs. And some people were so now how can it be about budget inaongezwa pale magari
as I said oyo ligetenga city
no no
yo ligetenga city na inge bias yake
no ekiga mbaire this one is there
akira chitororo of course na chita kateba muna nkwebu na gatebi mapema na ki in the judiciary we have poor infrastructure which means I think in the judiciary go sangire echo yasinyi uranda the president na ki we need good courts.
Actually these words are from State House.
Yes, itumbioli usengo. Anyway, they need infrastructure. Chikoti chiagachwe. Chichachi chewe chigari na chigari chi station chi magistrate chewe chigari for service delivery. Also we need a query unabono igari njakaburire kwa ndo ne site. Lakini at least the water chigari kuru the first CJ's office they facilitated that even in the terms of service cheji church na magistrates and the judicial staff just the korokana kwa chingia kareba kabere. I think that's why when you could go to court quality file ya yabura right now systems are there, you can be able to check the status of your file from the phone, so there's an improvement. The only thing bako bunaga nichi vesa chitara barukede judicial chisane egere chira ni ebintu nona kirobe kira secretary kidega bana bagote batara guchibes mbata giteko kora delivery inda kiane nona transitor when our books will be read that once I was a CJ nkina kolete kero ka ba chukuru man bago som because I just saw the other justice boss did a very good judgment, which to me it was a good one. But it was advising. Umugako yubeto bulemu. Una osabe abana bawo na abachukuru kamba etere judgment yomanyaki soko yabona balengomu omoibi. So we need to leave a legacy. When you have been entrusted to be a CJ, you are the president of that court of the whole country of judicially. You need to make it look better than you found it. What you are bariba ruro konye bakora mutungi na wili mutungi na beto harago beire they have done exemplary well na hayone onyore na yuro tu like a statue. You are the only acrobat ye judiciary yani ye executive. So that's why they are fighting. They need their independence. And for your information, Martha Koome has been an activist. So dealing with an activist is not simple. The president, it cannot be 1+1 for the president.
Okay.
Yes. Activists know what they want.
Okay.
They need justice to the people. Human rights come first before even the personal effects.
Now, for how long is this relationship going to be strained? Because nabotoko reblade yaro ya nansi kire. And again, go chebwa tokuga baba bwa tokina baba bwa tokina turega tia toko.
It may last long because Ruto thinks is the one who should say what should be done. Lakini na aba judiciary chukuri yanya already chikiri koraki. The contrary. So they strain nkora vere. So onye ndiribancha na kigina ngote ona Ruto alikuwa mnalibata ya sakayo ika aliwancha ike we can run the country well aliwanda
Na mange sana na ganinga togendera gokwandra sensemo yeri chiko because ebigambero byabekirwa the judicial go say the judgment side of the courts nero yabekiru asokomorekeru on the femicide thing that is going on by the bagotebanga the judgment that you people deliver sometimes it delays. That is why abantu bachakire kogendera go commit these femicides going on. As we were speaking yesterday umunyaruka naro w'imyaka 20 nyarite gutoka ga Tachairense, she was raped and killed and her private parts are missing. Atugitira soro sana. Situations like those yabere bono on a daily basis. Lazima toigu monto itiru asegete. But bigambero they've never atujaona wakihukumu mmoja. Naftal Kinuthia juzi is when end of last year naliabe kirutu naliba bamwe tokumu yae after the murder happened. Was it in 2018 2019
What happens as hali enate unakuwa na regular ya DCI DPP na judiciary.
Okay.
The judge and the magistrate erara aliaganyete mumuretere murete witness ategerere murugo busaiti. So because even there are so many, there's a backlog in the judiciary because the cases ukorabia we can comment are very big. That's number one. We don't have enough staff, judicial officers to handle those matters. That's why we need we advocate for Judicial Service Commission, more magistrates, the judicial officers and the judges. But come on, still they are missing the resources to hire, because when you want to hire, even you know this organization, if you want to hire, you must have the budget for employment. So if they can be totally more judicial officers, they can be expeditiously. So still we lack. Even the judges mbaisai, even the court of appeal judges mbaisai. The only judge in supreme because it is constituted only 7. But mbaisai. But court of appeal mbalaisan because there are so many cases. If you file an application under certificate of chance in the court of appeal, the earliest you can be had, you will be given directions after, let's say, 5 days. The earliest you can be had is after 3 months. That's a certificate under the certificate of chance. You brought an application to be had. And certificate of chance is to certify that thing. Then now, after 3 months. Right now, this is February, March. April, we were under vacation, which means you will be had in the month of May. So that's why we need more judicial officers. Yes. Communication now then as we navigate there is a we don't know maybe originated to but it is said that when we go through the social media, we read some funny things. There are some rituals because we know what are the body parts were missing, which means they are rituals. How can you if this person is killing? And that was private parts. Or even some organs, which means he was another chikariko koirwa. But the which means where are they taking? Are they taking to gain monetary value?
Okay.
Yes. So wana kitengo kia DCI. Wana kiwate jukumu. Wabeke kwere inquiries ya kwa investigations chikoro tumanya ki why are we experiencing these killings and at a very alarming rate? Two, they are killing only women. Ustari baswati bawitu.
Ekereba ukwane gore femicide na baswati.
Yes. Why are they being killed? Why are this only if it is rituals? Why is it only why target organs? Why are they killing only women? Because the organs are almost the same. What organs only they nigo? Echibuye amani abuye kai. Only maybe ntiba kai cholera. So it's now up to the government the investigation agencies batakorera uchunguzi batatengia abantu bagwiteru. Number 2, we advise our young girls and the young ladies and even women, they are going one another ngonya kusoma, but they very even to the women. Now people should be careful on whom you want to meet.
Okay.
You can't meet someone over the social media and you are ready to meet that person. You don't know the intentions. And why is this person wants to meet you in a private place? And why is it that you are going to the snitchy and why are you not meeting in the hotel? Okay. In the first instance, who is this person? You are killing. And these ladies who are being killed are being killed on the first day of the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can look at it critically. This yar come name ne friend wa meet 2, 3, 4 times ucha kumuita bwana watoto na kibachi bakaita. This what's happening ona mumroyo ngumbu aiga o no agasomere Genesis ya o chokuita osoiri that ritual muswati uri titali kwere they made on that day. That was their first meeting.
But to some point they've dated for 2 years.
They can be dating over the, or they will be fronting in the social media without meeting. But it is said, most cases, only about dating for 4 years, but most cases, even now, you can see a week, critically. Okay, this is the first meeting. Yeah? They has not said that this, but even if you track their phones, these people have been meeting. Yeah? So we advise our young ladies, they investigate. And if they have to meet, first of all, and they want to build a relationship, let them meet in a private place first. We used to meet in the parks. Now it has changed. We can't go to the rooms, right? Yes.
Okay, asante sana. Your final remarks kuchia somo gusinjire chichiga so that I can release you. I can see time imekimbia sana.
Nchengo tebyo mugusi bono mambia abu ateke bagoba kom. Uboyo mbochoche. Tusmegere chibanda tu ale nagira na inde tuira abana skuru. Na inde ntotika abana sikomono. Manye kwara email lijaba sani bakega bakurige no siringi sana tuira abana baite skuru. Yara na ubacha kwa beta ito ya mutu.
Thank you so much omancho murigero kisiti vya soko nyara gutsanga na inche no mogeni kurutwa chagite chinsa 12. We've had just such a long conversation. Asante sana. Thank you for making it. Nimete mapema sana na gutura na asante sana omancho murigero kuragenda sensa mende studio nyara ko release mogeni kwerinanda seka gitari gitambe togendere gusanga so bwa makuru sensa mende studio yakoro kwa director Elvis Tosuka koro kwa Joan Kwamboka.